Oh boy, I'm nervous. Coffee, please, please be strong with me today. Okay, I feel like Popeye. I'm ready. What's going on, you guys? It's your huggable hipster here, and welcome back to the Casual Nerd. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Round of the applause, applause, applause. Man, I feel like I'm on a comedy tour right now. Everyone's either questioning you, loves you, or is just not sure what exactly you're doing. But welcome back to the Casual Nerd, episode 1, season 1. I think I'm gonna be doing like 20 episodes per season. I haven't quite decided this yet, but I want to break things up into seasons where we're doing something. They're just going along with stuff. We're going to do some gaming news. We're going to be doing some pop culture stuff. We're going to be diving into some tech stuff as well. There's going to be a melange of things. No politics. Please don't ask me to do politics. No politics. That's where I draw that big straw, that big line. I'm not talking about how Biden is going to be whispering into a microphone for a foreseeable future, okay? That's not going to happen. But we're going to keep it light. We're going to keep it fuzzy. We're going to keep it feeling good on these episodes. So happy Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom release day. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you guys are experiencing Hyrule and all of the ways that we have to save Zelda again. Because if Breath of the Wild has taught me anything, it's that girl is just unpredictable. Like Zelda, you should just, she's worse than Peaches, okay? Now this game has been getting so many different kinds of reviews coming out about it, but the one that piqued my interest the most was the 6 out of 10 that it got, which shocked me, honestly. Now, me personally, I'm not that big of a Zelda fan. I started my journey with the Wind Waker when I was just a child, and then I went into Oracle of Seasons on the Game Boy Color, and then years later, I picked up Breath of the Wild to review, and that was something else. But seeing that Tears of the Kingdom got a 6 out of 10 and a lot of other people are reviewing it, it makes me think that, oh God, this person is going to get so much backlash for just having an opinion. Because that's what happens whenever a reviewer, a journalist, someone who can actually think for themselves creates their own opinion and puts it out into the world, or more specifically Twitter, they tend to get a lot of unnecessary backlash from the echo chamber of other communities, and it's quite sad, honestly. Now, it states here in the blurb that if you've yet to step foot into the open world of Hyrule, Tears of the Kingdom is the best way to experience it, with just enough new ground to keep things interesting. But if you didn't gel with the 2017 release, the story alone might not be worth a second attempt, which that is a fair assessment. That is a fair analysis, because my journey with Tears of the Kingdom, which you guys will be seeing that review tomorrow, that was an experience and a half, because I'm on the second boss right now. It's just, it's all the same. Like what happens? Like there's just the bosses, were they supposed to look different? Because each one literally looks the same. They're just given different names, and the areas, some of them look beautiful, but the story is so simplistic and spoon-fed. It's just, I'm worried that it's going to be the same thing with Tears of the Kingdom, which is why I'm not even going to be reviewing it, to be quite honest. I'm not enjoying Breath of the Wild, so unfortunately it's going to be a pass for me. I'm really excited, however, to see so many of my friends and colleagues and people who I really respect enjoying Tears of the Kingdom. It makes me so incredibly happy. People think that having a different opinion from what the base consumer opinion is wrong, which it's not. Having your own opinion and judging something based on what you know from previous experiences, that's called being an intellect. Okay, that's you're being intellectual about your opinion. You're understanding what the vast majority is, but you're doing your own research and understanding all of your bases before you give a thorough opinion. I wish the best for Tears of the Kingdom. I hope it has a massive success. I hope that it's everything fans have wanted from Legend of Zelda, because to be quite honest, I was so incredibly amazed at, for just a moment yesterday, things seemed normal. Let me explain. We've had years of COVID. We've had years of unpredictability, and for one night, for one release night, it felt like I was back in 2016 at a midnight release, seeing friends happy, seeing everyone join together for a really happy hype around a certain game, and maybe transported back into the days of where we didn't have masks, we didn't have unpredictability, we didn't have fear of going outside. There were lines of people spreading blocks and just around stores lined up to get Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It was one of the most amazing things to see pictures of on Twitter. Seeing pre-release parties, seeing activities done with people waiting in line for this game, it brought me back to a simpler time. One of where there wasn't any worry. We didn't have to feel scared or feel consumed with fear that something bad might happen. For one night, we had our Cinderella moment, and we were, again, kids just waiting in line for our favorite game to come out. And I got to see that for my friends. I got to see that for the community on Twitter who really love Zelda, who are true base fans of it. And there are people who will, just cause an argument for argument's sake. But for that one night, for those few moments, it was really pure. It was pure happiness, and I loved seeing that on Twitter. And next up in gaming news, Little Nightmares 3 seems to be in development from a job posting that Bandai Namco sent out. Little Nightmares 3. So Little Nightmares 2 made me have trust issues like you would not believe. Little Nightmares 1 was, I think, one of the most revolutionary games in the indie horror space ever. So to see that Little Nightmares 3 is going to be coming out, but the same developers who did 1 and 2 are not going to be a part of it. So that could be a little bit questionable. Now, what's interesting from the article that I read about this is that it stated that Tarsier, meanwhile, is currently at work on its own IP under the ownership of Embracer Group. So we don't know if this is, Little Nightmares related. We don't know if this has anything to do with that universe, but all we know is that Tarsier will not be developing the third game. So if you guys ever wanted to know how to pirate Nintendo software, Kotaku showed you how. I know this story is a little bit older, but I find this absolutely fascinating. It was one of the pieces that I wanted to talk about because I was appalled whenever I saw this. See, and this is something that I wanted to speak on because I feel as if nowadays writers at certain publications are just trying to be edgy for edgy's sake, and it's annoying like hell. There was once upon a time where Kotaku was known for their incredible writing. They were known for being the hub of gaming and journalism and where all of up-and-coming gamers wanted to work there. Hell, before everything happened with my friend Ashley, I wanted to work there. Kotaku has been steadily decreasing in quality and journalism for a very long time. I feel like a lot of people can agree with that. Yes. But this, I feel like this one was just letting the intrusive thoughts win. Okay. This right here. This had me absolutely flabbergasted because he posted, for the record, this is how I feel about publisher blacklists. Kind of like a notch in the belt sort of thing. What reason why it kind of irritates me is that what did you expect from posting, how to pirate software on your website, especially from Nintendo? I really wonder what he expected. If you are showing people how to pirate software from Nintendo in your article, what did you expect? Did you expect Nintendo to be like, oh yeah, sure, don't worry about it. You can shut. No. And the really weird thing is that he posted this, got ratioed, deleted it, and uploaded it again. Ugh. Once you post something, and this is, correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't speak for all gamers when I say this, but by any means, but I feel as if when you are posting something, people can't get that initial post out of their head, and that's what's going to stick with the community from now on, unfortunately. Because who knows, this Luke guy might be an incredible person, who, when he interacts with family, with friends, with colleagues, with gamers. This showed a side of the person's personality that when people see him, that's all they're going to see. They're going to have that negative bias going in. Keep in mind, I'm not justifying, I'm playing devil's advocate for a second. I'm not justifying what he's saying. But when you see him now, when I see this guy, because this was the first time I ever had any sort of seeing of this guy. When you see that and that's your first impression, it's really hard to get that out of your head sometimes, because when people say first impressions matter, they really mean it. I feel like so many writers in the industry now try to be edgy for edgy's sake. And you know what? The only person who can pull off being edgy for edgy's sake and actually do it successfully and not being offensive is Bo Burnham. Get your fucking hands up, get all out of your seat, all eyes on me, all eyes on me. I didn't say you could start that up. Get all out of your seat, all eyes on me, all eyes on me. Oh wow, okay, she's continuing on, that's cool. You're feeling nervous, you're having fun, it's almost over, it's just begun. One day I hope for the industry to make a collective leap and jump into more of the respectable side instead of doing these clickbaity things like the intrusive thoughts win type thing, because whenever I see posts like this and I see you know, any journalist from Kotaku or any kind of like you know, really big thing trending, I kind of have to take a big sigh and just go, okay, let's do this all over again type thing, because it's exhausting. It's exhausting seeing people do stupid things that they know are stupid. Did they? I just want to point something out really quickly. Do people actually know what they're posting is dumb, or do they just go with it because they think that that's good? I'm trying to get into the mindset here of someone who would actually do something like that, because the logic is lost on me. But drop your comments down below. I really want to know what you guys think. Are you guys enjoying Zelda Tears of the Kingdom? Are you guys excited for a possible Little Nightmares 3, which it looks like it's in production? What do you guys think also about what happened with Luke Plunkett? Do you guys take him seriously when he offered his apology? What are your thoughts? Give me all of this stuff down in the comments below. I would love to hear your guys' input. But with that being said, if you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below. I make videos every day here on YouTube, and these episodes of The Casual Nerd are going to be coming out every Friday. But may you find your worth in the waking world, dear hunter. Stay casually nerdy, and I will see you all in the next video. Umbasa.